All right, stepping off the porch stoop, walking across the driveway to a nice close, now finished raised bed. There it is, just a couple feet off the driveway and about maybe 60, 70 feet from the side door of the house. Beautiful. So I just cut the grass so we can kind of see it better. It was getting crazy here. We've had a lot of rain. So there it is, 5x3 raised bed. I had to scrounge some more dirt from over yonder in the wooded area over here. That's part of the, that we've got a couple dead trees and stuff that are just rotting, and there was some pretty decent dirt under there. I didn't have enough originally, so day before yesterday I had to get 2 or 3 more wheelbarrow fulls and sift them. I'll do a future video in the future here showing how I sifted the compost, just a simple homemade compost or dirt screen that I made with some hardware cloth, the same kind of thing that went in the bottom of the raised bed. And yeah, just a wheelbarrow and stuff. So we'll be showing that coming up. So yeah, two 2x4 screwed together for each corner for supports, reclaimed composite decking from an old dilapidated deck, nice and aged. Look at all the lichen growing on it. Isn't that picturesque? I think it's cool. But yeah, it was free. That's the coolest part. And you kind of just use what you have, but it turned out really nice, I think. So you're probably wondering, what's all this stuff? What's this display here? Oh, first of all, let me give you a picture here. You'll probably see a picture in the corner now of what it looked like before I started adding the dirt and compost. So yeah, that was the straw, and underneath the straw we had like a section or a pile of rotted wood. So the rotted wood part is kind of like hugelkultur, they call it, where you put rotted wood and then you pile it with manure or bedding from animals or other vegetation or whatever, and you top that with topsoil and dirt and whatever you got on your hands, and eventually it makes a great potpourri and a real healthy soil. So, but I've kind of did something like that, as well as combining that with what's called core gardening, where you just kind of layer stuff right in the middle of the bed, and then you top it with the dirt and topsoil and compost that you're going to be planting into. So it's a combination of those two. There's lasagna gardening, they have that, and it's kind of like that's where you just do this more distinct layers, flat, you know, with just rotting logs and then maybe straw and then maybe other rotting vegetation. I'm sure there's something called spaghetti gardening, but that sounds kind of messy. I don't even want to do that. So anyway, this is sort of a combination of core gardening and hugelkultur. So there, yeah. And then, so you saw the picture there, and now you're probably wondering what's all this stuff here. These are some seeds I'm going to put in this bed. So I put them from quickest harvest to the longest harvest here. So you can see I've got radishes. I'll zoom in here a little bit. And so radishes, probably around 30 days, 35 days. I don't have to plant those for a while. Mizuna, that's an Asian green, so is tatsoi. That and the cilantro in the middle, those are all about 40, 45 days, so still pretty quick. This big bag right here, this is Swiss chard that we saved, some seeds we saved from our old garden in California. We brought them with us to southern Indiana, zone 6B. So we'll see how those do here, even though I harvested them in a quite different zone. So those are about 50 days, about 60, 65 days or so for all 3 of these right here. So we've got beets, we've got romaine lettuce, and we have some nice Danvers half-long carrots. They call them half-long because they're not too long. So yeah, from shortest to longest. So all I need to do is check out my last frost date. My first frost date. That'd be springtime, wouldn't it? First frost date in the fall. In our case, it's about October 15th or probably maybe October 20th, 25th. So I just do the math. I back up. Basically, I don't need to plant these for a while if I don't want to. And really, with this heat we're having, it's going to persist for a while. I'm going to hold off on this as long as I can, especially the radishes. I probably won't start those until the last part of September. On the other hand, the carrots and beets and stuff, I will start that probably in 2 or 3 weeks at the most. And these are all going to be direct seeded in the ground. I do have more stuff in little pots in our house in a room that gets some pretty decent sunlight. I'll do a little short video of that coming up, kind of showing what is going on as far as starting seeds in the house to be brought out into the garden. In this case, these are all directly going in. So we'll see if I can squeeze all this in. It might just be one row of each, I don't know. But yeah, cool. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm excited about this first raised bed to start this gardening adventure. And you know, I just thought of something as I was preparing to make this video, and it was just this phrase that popped into my head as I looked at this pretty small 5x3 raised bed. I'm certainly going to be doing more, hoping to do more in the future, but the phrase is start small and think big. So I thought that was really cool. Starting small, you just start small. You start with what you've got. And this is all I had, reclaimed wood. I do have more reclaimed wood, thank goodness, so I can make more beds in this area. I'm hoping to get 6 or 7 beds or more crammed into here if I can, and the sunlight allows and time allows. So the think or start small is just start where you're at. I think I've heard many times that the nemesis, the issue that causes most new gardeners, or sometimes fairly seasoned gardeners, to give it up is they start too big and they just get in over their heads and they realize it's just too much work. So sometimes we just need to back up and think carefully. Hey, let's wade into this. Let's enjoy the process. So thinking or starting small, that's kind of what I was thinking. And thinking big, start small, think big. Think big is, hey, this is big to me. This should be big. We can intensely plant this. I might get 2 rows of each of these. So that's the think big part. And in my case, think big is, hey, I want to put another bed in the fall or winter, or maybe even 2 if I have the time. And I hope to have the time and show that in video as well, just kind of show this process. And, you know, I want to encourage people to do the same thing. So start small, think big. Cool. Thanks for joining on this journey, guys, this little 3-part series of this raised bed. We will talk to you soon, and have a wonderful day.